I did not make us late.
Your
I think
head
you're
is cut
cutting.
off.
Yes, you do that every day.
No, but I didn't know how high it would need to be. You needed to come.
That's what she said.
Actually, I think I'm going to back up a little bit.
That's what I say all the time is you've got to stand back a little. I don't know what this thing's going to do.
Oh, we starting
It's
early
Friday.
this
It's Friday.
It is Friday, and we're wearing red. So if we make all kinds of messes, who cares, right?
Yeah. Good morning,
I
goeiemorgen.
am assuming it is on. I'll be popping in here.
Yes.
Assumptions.
Everything. Yes, everything is down. We've rebooted everything, so
Yes.
we'll see how that goes.
We've rebooted everything. Do we have a change of scenery?
I don't know.
Hey!
Yes. All right.
Hey,
So,
I know those faces.
yeah. So slowly but surely we're getting the changes made. We got the store moved a little, so now we not completely hidden, but more hidden. I need to pack some higher stuff over there, and then people can't look in here because
No, this will already be a good start because I promise
yes.
you, they won't even notice you.
No, they do.
The people are weird though.
Yes,
They
except when it's me. Then they want to like.
They hear what they want to hear.
You know, they look like what's those like ferrets.
Did he speak funny?
Yeah. Sometimes I just keep very quiet because if people hear me talk, then they like, because when they're South Africans, they're like, "That's a South African," and then I can't get work done because I have to converse, and it's fun.
Difficult.
No, it's fun at the right time.
Yeah.
But a lot of
Can
times, like
be
I've got
difficult if you're
so,
in the middle of.
Well,
streams
the problem
and-
is, except for that, like I was busy creating stock the last like 2 days. Now it should have been a day job. It was 2 days job because there was continuous interruptions, and it's hard because we had a lot of stuff to do. So I had to talk to some of the customers, and then of course, it's like, oh, so where you from? Pretoria, South Africa. Yeah, I was there once, 1984. Something very nice, very nice.
Something like that.
Let's greet everybody before we get started.
We can definitely do that. So we've got SS Grunt saying good morning.
Good morning,
and
good
happy
morning.
Red Friday.
Yeah, you had an excellent stream last night. I only caught a little bit, but it was very, very good.
Good deal.
Yeah.
We've got Jamal saying good morning. A studio. He's wondering what's going on here. Bright Gaming says Hong Kong from Canada. And Lo Yu popping in saying good morning says pretty wall.
Thank you. We're going to put some stuff on there.
And Cam says creep in.
All right. Good. Sorry, I'm just thinking, SS Grant, was it yesterday? Somewhere yesterday. You were swearing at people. And one there was
Did that feel familiar?
Yes, but there was a customer that was in, and I was on the stream, and he was swearing at something, and I'm like, yeah, it's a streamer, he's playing a game, and the guy's like, okay, because he was like, what is that? I'm like, yeah, don't worry. The guy's like,
was that our normal guys?
I can't remember who it was. Somebody, but he kind of looked around a little perplexed. What am I watching? And I'm like, no, it's guys that stream. They stream live stream gaming, and I'm like, he's busy killing people. He's like, oh, okay. And then I just turned the volume down.
So that's going to be the bonus for over here. It is not perfect. It is still in the storefront. I mean, we're still visible.
Yes, but at least I can work here without being in the front.
You're out of the actual ring out terminal, because that's the thing. So where Anton normally hung out before.
I got a ton of shit on my table.
Yes.
So I'm using one of the ring out terminals as my table. But I got shit everywhere. Like I got stock and bottles and like tools and so everything I'm busy with, I'm like, okay, that goes there, so I just, and then like there's no space. It's like this, and then we get a customer and they want to buy something and they like, and I'm like, no dude, the counter that side that's got
completely open,
like fuck all on
there's
it.
Nothing.
Yes, don't try and put your stuff on my table because this is not ring out counter.
They always do it though. They always go to him like,
and it's like, no,
I want to pay.
You see the one that looks like this, that's that side where there's nothing on it, that's the one you pay
I think he magnetizes the people.
Yes.
I don't think he understands that, but they gravitate to him. See, It's because he's that grumpy old man. You know? That you don't really want to talk to, but you can't help yourself. You got to poke at it.
Yeah,
Let me talk to you.
something like that.
Yes.
I don't know,
yes.
but it's interesting nonetheless.
We do have Flying Flower popping in.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
good
Yes.
friend. I should have something you like today, and I didn't tell you.
Well, all the stock has been created. So if you want to have a look on the website, I have to go clean up a few things and probably shuffle it around a little bit and just to get the orders right, and then or the order in which it displays right. I haven't done that yet. And then one or two of them, I think one, I could not get the picture to upload, which is why I am frustrated, and we will discuss websites today.
But it's my fault for making him help me move the shop around.
No, I didn't say that. It's just this. Sometimes, these things, nothing works like it should.
No, ever.
So we thought we had I generally work on the website a lot. Nicole works on the website. We had a interaction with someone about websites in the week and things like that. And I thought, you know what? I'm sure everybody is pretty well versed kind of with websites, but I thought let me just give you a few things from my perspective on a general kind of website and stuff today, because for people who are not sure or want to set up and we're setting up websites nowadays is kind of not that difficult. If you want a really nice design quickly, you generally have to get a web designer. But if you have patience and you want to learn a little bit, you can pretty much do it yourself. The first most important thing you got to do is you got to register your URL. Now, if you guys want a hand, I can help you with that. I've got a URL like fucking registration thing, so I can go find it and register it for you. .coms are kind of the golden standard. You want to kind of stick to that. I think they're also one of the cheapest ones to renew, because you never fucking own it. You like rent it. It's like, your property from the government. Although it's yours, it's not really yours, is it? You always got to pay someone something, which is really annoying. But there's an annual renewal. So you gotta
anal
yes,
renewal.
you have
Okay.
to, yes, it's very
Wow.
fucking anal when you have to take the money out every year. Feels like someone's having their way with you and you are not agreeing with it. Yes. But every year you have to renew. So you can buy packages. It's normally a year. And when you renew when you register these things, like the first year is normally like $1 or $1 or something stupid, and then it's after that. And then some of the more expensive ones, like there's .io and .shop and all kinds of shit. I know the one I've got through our hosting service doesn't do everything. I know there's like .rumble. We used to have a
Jace. That's
yes,
right. Do we not have that
yes,
anymore?
we had a food.rumble. We were food.rumble. No, well, it's all these things.
You have to pay for it.
Well, you have to pay for everything, and it's only $10 or $20, but it's like $10 there, and $10 there, and $20 there, and and I got a fucking whole lot of them, because people, they do King of Biltong. Go to kingofbiltong.com. So I got King of Biltong, and then they got go to kingofbiltong USA.com, and I'm like, fuck, I've got to register that one, and then. They, Anton, kingofbiltong.com USA. It's like
land of King of Biltong.
Yes. Oh, so I've got a bunch of those that I redirect, but I don't know if it really helps. So interesting times, but you have to find a URL, so a name, and the URL is basically your address. So it's like your physical address. That's where people will find you. So you've got to find that, you've got to register that, and then you've got to keep that and maintain that. Now, the reason why I tell you that is what happens a lot of times is people go to a web designer and they say, okay, I want to do X. And the web designer says, okay, give me so much money and I build it for you. And you're like, okay. And then he goes or she goes and registers and does the whole thing, sets it up, does the hosting, because you've got to. So as with a home, you have to have land which you put your home on. So you've got to have hosting space which you put your website on, and you've got to have an address which is your URL. So you've got to have a URL which will tell people where you are. You've got to put this thing live. It's got to be accessible, and then you've got to put your website, which is basically your digital home. you have to put that on a plot of land, which is the hosting space. So you got to pay for hosting space. Now, I am fucking allergic to other people hosting my stuff for me, because if it takes off, let's say you fucking hit this thing like out the park and it just goes and money is pouring in, then the web designer, because they have access to everything, well, they got you pretty much by the short and curlies, because they are holding your URL, they are holding your website, they are holding your hosting space, they are holding everything. So now if you say, well, I don't like you anymore, I want to move my shit, then they just fucking switch you off, or they just hold you hostage or ransom or whatever, which, you know, has happened numerous times. So I make sure I host my own URL. I mean, I'm not saying all of them do it. There are people that are trustworthy, but, you know, people are people. So be very careful who you choose to host your stuff. It also costs a little bit of money. So, you know, I'm of the opinion that if people want to do stuff, I'll help them out, because, you know, I have been sodomized by
We've been on the short shaft a few times.
Oh, man. So I just hold on to everything myself. I've got my own URLs. I register my own URLs. In fact, it got so bad, we were hosting overseas because we got nailed this side by, you know, nefarious actors. We were actually being throttled by specific hosting companies. So we were actually hosting abroad, so they couldn't get a hold of our stuff and shut us down, because all they do is they just stop traffic to you, and you don't even know, and even the support staff won't figure it out, but you type in the URL and it just says can't find it, you know, and they just fucking shut you down.
405.
Yes, 405.
405. I remember that. This is 405.
So be very careful. We host with and I'm not going to advertise the company, but they've got a lot of, like, they don't fucking, you can't even phone them. They don't talk to you and shit, so you got to figure a bunch of stuff out, which is not too bad. You know, if you kind of find your way and, you know, flubber your way around stuff. I'm pretty good at, like, dawdling around and then finding the solution. And for the most part, if you fucking leave it alone, it doesn't break, you know. Just gotta, like, leave stuff alone if you don't fidget too much. But there are a lot of things that I have to constantly update and change and make things work. So that does become complicated, because you know, there are things that people request and things I want to implement on my website, and I'm not a fucking expert on this shit. I'm okay at it. And then, you know, you kind of break stuff along the way that you got to figure out how to fix. So very, very important. If you have so the one thing I want to tell you about the URL, shorter is better. The shortest possible. So don't say, I am Jason selling you stuff.com. It's like, people can't fucking spell. They just fucking can't. So you wanna
stuffjason.com.
Yes. Yes, or just Jason, you know, .com would work. But a lot of the really short, not fancy, but cool kind of, you know, they already gone, because this is not new, you know, it didn't happen or start fucking yesterday. So a lot of the stuff you want is kind of gone, but you can do a .net. They normally a little more expensive. .orgs generally are more organizations.
Can you buy a .gov?
I think you can, yeah. No, I don't think you can buy .gov, but you can buy .org.
Okay.
Yes, .govs you can't get. I don't think so.
Because I grew up thinking that .gov, that was the government one, so those were the true ones and real information.
I think it is.
Not always real, though.
No, but the thing is,
propaganda still
the government. But I don't think, I mean, I can go check, but I don't think you can buy .gov. The .govs are government.
I think they are restricted.
Yes. And I think .gov is US, and then .gov like ZA is South Africa, .au is Australia. So how it works, from what I've read, is where the internet originated is the .com, which is the US. So the US is .com generally, because it's that's where it started. So .gov is the US government.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Can I catch up a minute on chat before we go further? So we've got Wood Geek popping in to say hi, says drive by thumb as I head to work. I like it. That's pretty cute.
That's cool.
But thank you for the drive by thumb. I do hope you hit the like, repost, and comment, because of course all of that stuff does help our lovely stream here.
Yes.
And we do have Jody
Good
saying,
morning.
reminding people to hit the plussy button, because he has, of course, but he may not make it, or the new step up is going to make it tough for the tip in 2 minutes. Okay, in other words, the setup. Yes, our move around. I'll swing you guys around. Don't you threaten me. I will do it. Jamal, take my word for it. It takes time to learn how to build a website. Mine has been a page holder for about 3 weeks now.
Yes.
It happens.
Yes.
It does happen. We know that.
Yeah, and then
feeling.
you get tired, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to leave that thing alone for like 2 weeks.
Yes.
You know?
Sorry, and I did miss Red Pill Rebel saying
Good
good
morning.
morning as well. Sorry about that. Grunt is again reminding everybody to do those awesome 3 things: like, repost, and comment. Yes, please. Jim, I'm building a draft page on a copy, but I can't get the links to work yet. I'm restricted the tutorial at least. I restarted the tutorial at least a dozen times.
Yes.
It's rough sometimes in the beginning.
And sometimes it's just a stupid thing of how the damn thing works.
It's a trigger. It can be like a simple trigger.
Yes. So I've got a recipe thing that I try and use, and it's very, very difficult to work with. So what happens is, it's got the recipe thing. So it's got a section where you can do recipes, but you have to go add it like you add a page, and you have to go, so in the page or add sections on a page. So in the page you go and you can add a recipe section, which will then give you the template. But if you copy an existing template, then it makes 2 of the same recipe. Instead of just giving me the copy, and then when I publish it, go live on what I typed in there. So what was fun was, you copy it, so you get one right the way you want it, and then you copy it, you paste it, and then you do your second recipe, and then you copy it and you paste it, and then you do your third, and then you publish it, and then you go on your website, and then you have 3 of the last one you did,
because they all change.
and you're like,
he may have reached out to support about that problem, because that shouldn't be happening.
Yes, and they like,
oops,
we don't know.
In other words, he has to type out every single
the problem is, half the people in the support, half the kind of stuff you use on the website, it's all like open shared stuff, and even if you pay a little bit for it, it's very cumbersome. There's not really great support for any of it. If you want the really great support, it's going to cost you like, $100 a month for the thing, and you're not going to make that out of it. So you battle with the shitty stuff.
Figure it out.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Listen to people who know. Talk to your friends. Bright Gaming mentioned GoDaddy keeps updating their PHP servers and messing up my website's code. Good times.
Yes, I know. It's
rough.
So GoDaddy were the guys that blocked us. So I don't want to mention names, but
we'll mention the ones who blocked us.
Yes, I'm not, and I phoned him, and I was like, listen, this is not, because GoDaddy you can phone. Yes, 2 weeks.
More inactive websites.
So, and I phoned him, we checked, and I sent them screenshots. I'm like, man, we have no idea what's going on. So so when you buy a URL from someone, it's fine, because I can sell it to Nicole. I'm the seller, she's the buyer. We do a transfer. It takes a couple of days. It bounces from me to her. And once it's confirmed, because it's internet, there's a lot of security checks. Sell one to yourself and see the shitstorm that causes. So what I had is, I had servers overseas and I had servers here. So I had to move it from GoDaddy here to my server overseas. But the buyer and seller, because you're basically doing a transfer. So you're like a buyer seller, but no money involved. But then the one receiving is the same as the one giving. So it's like, they don't understand that. So it was a whole fucking mission.
Just to move it. It took 2 weeks.
Which should have been easier.
Yes, it took 2 weeks. Yes, because I'm the owner. I just want to move it to a new. But anyway.
I think GoDaddy had it by the short and curly.
Yes, they tried really hard, but the moment that thing was transferred, traffic started flowing immediately. So.
It wasn't throttled
yes,
at all.
Yes, and I'm gonna interject here, because we don't generally do a lot of marketing and stuff, but go to our website, buy some stuff.
Yeah.
It has been really, really quiet the
Use
last
code
2 months.
RRR.
Yes,
and get 10% off on your full-time.
correct. It's been very quiet the last couple of months, and it's normally, this is a quiet time of the year, but like, I'm tired of being quiet now. So Go buy some stuff. Tell people to buy some stuff. Get 10% off with RRR.
So Minion, after Dawn,
everybody
come on, where's my
yeah.
obnoxious
Everybody
comment
must jump
to read
in. Let's
from
help
you?
each
I like
other.
'em.
Let's go. Let's make things happen.
All right, I'm going to catch up a little bit more.
Yes.
Flying Flower does say our Vixie is a decent host. If I am pronunciating that correctly, I do not know. And Bright Gaming corrected me. It is error 404, whatever it is.
Yes.
It's fucking gay.
Yes.
It's not gay like Chappie, because Chappie's not gay, but Chappie is late. Good morning, Chappie.
Good morning.
I
Good
couldn't
morning.
help myself. Dead Dingo Dan, good morning to
Good
you
morning
as
from
well.
Down
And then,
Under.
right.
Well, good morning to Down Under. You are from
Good
Down
evening.
Under. Good evening. Yes.
To Down Under.
Yes. Yes.
And then Dominion After Dawn. Obviously, that is why I mentioned it. The boundary of the Middle East has now been expanded to include Michigan.
Yes. Right.
Woo! Are there a lot of very long foreheads out there?
Yes. XL forehead.
5 heads out there. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. If you, Jody, stop it. I'm not going to grab you by the short and curly stuff. Don't you worry. Reserved techniques. The challenge is getting used to where you need to enter the stuff. I searched for a week to find where I changed my background color.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we know. Yes, we know. We know.
Yeah, that's the problem, especially if you don't work with stuff. Like I figure something out, and then 3 months later I got to go do it again, and I'm like, where did I do that again? Yeah, so it's, you know, what I would suggest is make yourself a little document and make notes of how you did things.
Yes.
And you can go refer to that again.
That's a very good idea, because it's in, and then that just give yourself
just call it,
hints
you know,
and tips.
web maintenance or whatever, and make a document, and then, you know, changing background color as a heading, and then just write a little procedure, and you give yourself little procedures and breadcrumbs basically to go redo what you've done, because it takes a lot of time. I've sat here for hours trying to figure shit out, and some things just don't work.
No.
We have one thing where I've got a banner, and I put the banner at the top of the site, and it works really well, but then it also ends up somehow on the fucking checkout page, like in the middle of the checkout page, and I'm like, I don't understand. Yes, and I've tried everything, and then I take it away, and then I put another banner, but that one you can close, and once you've closed it, you can never get it back. So I'm like, fuck it all, I don't understand.
And then he'll have me, okay, you go play around and see if you can see it.
Yes, I've looked at it because I've accidentally closed mine, and I cannot get it back. I don't know how to get it back.
Refreshes,
No,
no,
and it's where I tell people for the free shipping, and I just fucking, anyway. Yeah.
Did you know our website has free shipping? You should really get some built on, because you can have it shipped to you for free.
It's man.
Unfolding Joker is in saying good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And of course he finds all of his friends. See, this is the thing I like about our chats is everybody kind of knows everybody, and if you don't know anybody, say hi in chat. Believe me, they will invite you in.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Anton should start a .meet for us meet people.
Yes.
I like it, Jody. That's kind of nice.
Yes.
That has a good ring to it.
Yes.
It's
you know, I would really like to do something outside of the general social media bullshit, because man, Facebook,
I'm tired of it.
I'm so tired of Facebook. X I don't mind too much, but
No.
Facebook's
a little
tires.
ridiculous. I
Tires.
normally call it out. I'll do like a little blurb, and then it stops being fucking stupid.
Yes.
Because I use it for the locals in the area. There's some big groups. A lot of the people use it. It's a means to an end for us to get some things out. But man, it hurts my soul to use it. And I'm not going to lie. All I saw yesterday was pink stuff. Can I go on a rant for a minute?
Yes.
Okay, so everything was pink. And I told Anton, oh, I didn't know we were supposed to wear pink today. Obviously, I'm not in the know. Apparently, I'm not a crazy leftoid, but I didn't know. So instead of wearing pink on Thursday, that special Thursday, I told Anton, I was like, well, did you know the history of Red Friday? Because I didn't know the history of Red Friday. Grunt, do you know the history of Red Friday? Because I just learned something interesting this morning. Canada started it. What? Did we copy the Canadians? No way. No way. Does Bright know that? We like
Bright will get some mileage out of that.
Stole a Canadian concept. You know, it actually started, and there's a little bit of a debacle if it's 2004 or 2005, but there was an email trend trying to rally some support for the troops that were gone, and that is where the Red Friday initiated. It does sound like it did start in Canada specifically and then travel down to the States, but I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was a little more worthwhile to figure out than the pink on a random Thursday. Hello, Head. We've got TZ Burton popping in.
Good morning.
Red Pill Fight Club.
Good morning. Good morning.
And yes, Jody does call your paper a cheat sheet.
Yes. we got a boy with a cold, so he is
yes,
not having a good
he's
time.
He's my rough one right now. Facebook hides our stuff, dude.
Yes, I know.
We have horrible traction. There's nothing we can do about it.
No,
I don't give a crap. I share the same stuff across all of the boards. I've broken the lock in some of the groups for Facebook for some of the people who know us, but not everybody. It doesn't always work. I guess I need to figure out what's going on.
Go figure out what the man wants. He's just having a hard day. He's been upset.
We're not going to play with the teeth.
all morning because the man's got a cold and he's not feeling good. But so there are constant updates that has to happen to websites. Now, if you go like the Shopify route, because so your website's one thing, all right? You got your website, and then you have your e-commerce part, which is part of the website, but it's a separate section, all right? So the e-commerce part is the part where you do sales, if you do sales, okay? So Jim, the website he is trying to set up is basically an information website for something specific that they are busy with. But they might want to do merch and donations. So you're going to need e-commerce for that part. So you have to do some kind of integration onto your website with a e-commerce platform. Now, a lot of people will use Shopify if they're selling stuff, and you set everything up on Shopify. There's another one called Wix. I don't like them. Shopify is apparently very, very good, but it is very expensive. And Wix, it's for people that know nothing. It's not good.
And Shopify does stupid commercials on Pandora with people who can't say T's.
Yes.
And buttons.
Yes. Oh, I
Sorry.
hate people fucking mispronouncing words. But anyway, so you got website, and then you got e-commerce part of the website. So you can use a whole bunch of different e-commerce platforms. I don't want to promote or talk about a specific one, but they all kind of sort of work the same way. So it's a digital shop basically that you can add to your website, and then all these things require updates, and your website requires updates. There's new PHP versions. There's new so PHP is some of the software that run on your website, and you got new like I run a WordPress website, so I've got WordPress updates I got to do. So I've got to install new versions of WordPress. If you have someone, and I used to have a software company, we used to run our own servers. Then you also have the server software updates and the hardware updates. Now, generally, you'll rent a server from a online server company. So a company that actually their business model consists of renting hardware, and you can spec it. You can tell them exactly the hardware you want, and they'll have it virtually set up for you, and you actually own it. They will do the backups and all of that. But depending on the model you pick, you might have to do the actual. So you can rent a virtual server, spec to how you want it, and you can update, run the software, install it, update it, do whatever you want, and maintain it, etc. You can also have a model where they will maintain your software for you. The general rule where most people run is you buy some space. So you've got hosting space for your website, and the model that most people go for is someone will have you hosted with their solutions. So you're not actually hosting, you're not doing anything. But whatever updates, whatever changes and things like that, you are going to have to pay said person to make your changes for you. Now, we have like 500 products on our website. There's price changes, there's stock changes, there's stock in, stock out, description updates, changes to product labels, changes to product pictures. And so we have a constant update requirement. So you almost need a person. And it will be very, very expensive. If I have to have a person that does that, it will be very, very expensive for me to have that. Now, with that said, I can do a lot of the stuff myself. So that's what I'm doing now is I actually run a lot of the changes. I actually do myself because it's so expensive to have someone, I think these guys will charge you like $300 an hour or whatever, $150 an hour or something stupid like that. It's very expensive. So it is almost, unless you really move a lot of product, it's almost unaffordable to have these guys run your stuff for you, because it's just like you just can't afford paying them. And it's not because they're expensive, it's just because that's the effort that's required. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of focus. And the problem is, when you know what you want to do. So you have this idea in your mind, okay, I want to do, I want to load my product, I want to have these pictures, I want to have this description, etc., etc. And then you get a guy to do it for you. So you've got to give him all of that stuff anyway. Like, he's going to ask you, okay, what do you want to load? You can tell him, well, I have a product list, and he's like, no, you got to tell me, okay, so I got to have a product, I got to have a picture. They unless and then you can't complain if you allow them to upload the pictures. So let's say you want to sell shoes. So you have shoe 1, shoe 2, and shoe 3, and you tell them, okay, so I have shoes. Okay, I have these shoes. So you got to give them your pricing. You got to give them the barcodes. You got to give them the pictures. You got to give them the descriptions. You got to give them everything. It's almost like making a package for your product. Something like this, where you want to make a package. So every section of this pack, I have to describe everything. So I've got to say, like, the logo goes there, this goes there, that I want that. You got to give them all the detail. You got to give them the actual physical text for the back. You've got to give them everything, because they don't know anything about that. It's just a gray box for them. So you have to fill that whole box in exactly how you want it. So it's almost as much work to give them the detail as just to go put the detail on the website, because then you don't have to. And now you got to go keep documentation of what you've updated, and you got to do a template, and every time you want them to do shit, you gotta like send them the template. So if you're gonna send them the template, you might as well just update it, because it's the only difference is you can do a template on like a spreadsheet, and they know where to put it on the website and what sequence. So if you learn that, then you just do it yourself. Just FYI.
Unless you are handy, like Salty Grower is here. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
And says, Anton, I could make you an AI bot that can do all of this for you.
Oh, we've got a bot. So I got a bot that does some of the descriptions and things like that. But I don't know if I can integrate an AI bot and I just give it a. You see, the problem is, so I give it a name and it'll pull whatever it pulls. But if I don't like what it did, I've got to go redo it anyway. But I did write a little bot that it gives me the descriptions. Mm-hmm. The one thing I couldn't do, and I'm going to have to go work on that a little bit. So AI will not copy pictures.
No.
So unless you very clearly instruct it. So you got to tell it, like, I want you to take that, and I'm going to give you another thing, and I want you to exactly copy. And, so you got to be very specific with it, because it cannot actually replicate, I guess, trademark, like owned pictures. It will not copy like stuff that's owned. I think it's got to do with just legalities and shit like that. So unless you give it, so what it'll do, it'll give you something close, but it won't give you the same. So if I ask it to make that pack, it'll go close, but it won't be exact unless I give it a sample and tell it, okay, I want you to use this exact thing. It won't do it, because I think it's legal issues. They don't want to get sued for like copyright infringements and shit.
Now I'm going to read the second half. He will accept Bill Thomas payment.
Thank you. Yeah, you also had a good stream last night.
See, I didn't know you were on Grunt stream. I knew you were on Salty.
Oh, Grunt was swearing up a storm, and I had a customer behind me.
That one because
yes,
I was
like,
helping the customer.
Worry, because he was running around there with a gun, and I'm like, don't worry about it.
Like, you're enjoying all of this fun. You don't even share. It's okay. It's okay. I'll go work. WMD1.
That is my job, just by the way.
Good
WMD1,
morning.
good morning.
Kaylee 007.
Okay,
Good morning. And Dominion After Dawn. It's
Ah,
a Rumble rant.
okay,
What
well,
could it
I
say?
have no idea.
Let me find out. It will give you, King of Biltong, great pleasure for you to shove Anton's firm and juicy meat into your mouth with both hands at BiltongUSA.com. Use code RRR like the pirates say at checkout.
Thank you. What is
Stop
that?
it.
Spam already.
Already. It's like
Wow.
every day. Dominion, do you got big thumbs or are you slightly intoxicated? That is totally spelt incorrectly. I like it. I fixed it, but I had to chuckle at it. I've been enjoying your radio streams. Thank you for that, by the way. So, yes, he has radio streams.
Yes.
Just in case you didn't
Yes.
know.
Nicole's been having it play in the background.
On occasion,
Yes.
doing my normal popping in and popping out of everything I can find.
Correct. What
Troublemaker.
else is going on?
That
there?
is it. That's it so far.
All right. So yeah, AI does help a lot with the lifting, but you gotta configure it. We started kind of playing around with that a little bit, but when it's not your job and you got other stuff to do, then
It's great when it assists. The bot is handy, but as
Yes.
Anton figured out pretty quickly, it is not trustworthy. Do not
Yes.
think you can copy and paste and you're good to go.
no, and you should
Like, at all.
like I still gotta read everything it does.
Because it'll put incorrect information
Yes.
or
So I've just created, I don't know, like 30 stock items or something. So I don't read fucking anything. I copied and just pasted, and it's
Yeah.
like wherever the chips may fall, I will, when I have time, go through that. It's too much, when it takes you, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to create a product. Create it, fill it in, put the barcodes, put the quantities, put whatever, 5 to 10 minutes. But when you have 30 of them,
that's a little rough.
yes,
So
or 40 of them.
So we do try to monitor it. The AI is helpful, but
Yes.
not perfect by any means.
Yes, it did definitely, definitely helped cut down the time, because it took the time from,
You didn't have to go search
well,
everything on
so
every site.
what you had to do, I guess, no, prior to AI, AI now helps a lot with stuff like that. That's why I say there are uses for AI that helps a lot. Prior to that, you got to go fucking troll websites and try and do a summary yourself. Now you could just hand it to AI and it'll do it for you.
I know AI doesn't always do perfect on the pictures, but I want you guys to go find items in other countries, which are clearly not found at all in the United States, and see how many pictures you can pull.
Yes, and also
That is
pictures that's
fucking
incorrect
ridiculous.
and formatting. So something that I will sit and do at one point is I will take the pictures and I will slowly format them through AI to all have
To all
the
the same,
same
yeah.
formatting, same. And then there's another thing also. So the bigger your pictures and the higher resolution, and they look very pretty, but it takes longer to load through your website.
Lags your
So
site,
lags
don't
your
do
site.
that,
So
don't do
I went
that.
on. So just as a matter, you guys know we sell Cadbury. So I went onto the
Chocolate.
South African Cadbury site. Fucking hell, that thing took like 10 minutes to load. Like I was just sitting there watching it. No, because it's not a e-commerce commercial site. They don't care if
I
it's
don't
fast
give
or
a
slow.
crap. Yeah.
So they got very nice, very high-res pictures, and it takes like 10 years to load. And it's through our data, which is not bad data. Man, I click and I'm waiting, and it's like zik, 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 and I'm like, yeah.
Are you back on
fucking hell.
dial-up?
Oh man, it was it was bad, and I'm like, man, all I want to do, and then you click search and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then boop, up pops the box, and then you type, and then you wait, and then you wait, and then you wait, and then you're like, okay, there's that.
Yes.
So you hit the enter, and then you wait, and it's like,
Yes.
fucking hell. It takes me longer to get the pictures than it does to do the whole creation of the thing.
So I'm not complaining with AI, just saying that it has helped us in some respects. A lot of the pictures now are individualized to us. They are
Yes.
our property, I
Yes,
guess.
yes,
in
we
in
created
thought.
them.
And we do not have to go searching for some of the things that we once upon a time used to have to go searching for.
Yes.
It was really bad. Even though it's not perfect, it's a stepping stone,
Yes.
and it speeds
And
up what
yeah,
we're
it
doing.
will.
I
It will
think it's
improve
beneficial.
on it. We'll
Yeah.
improve on it.
Yes. Nick Hewitt pops in. Good morning. I have been using AI to find parts for old cars.
Yes.
It is really only useful in that aspect to put you on the right path. It never finds the right information.
Yes.
I had that happen. Do you
Yes.
remember the air filter? It
Yes.
told me an incorrect
Yes.
one.
Yes.
I bought said incorrect one.
Yes.
And then I had to go, back to the actual website to find out what
Yes.
air filter it was.
Yeah, so I've also had that.
Annoying.
Pricing is not correct.
Yay.
Specifications are not correct.
Mhm.
So you got to be careful if you're looking up technical things. I agree, like spark plug gaps, for example, torque settings, things like that. You got to double check it. It's
What is
not.
that book you guys spoke about?
Oh, the Haynes manual.
Just
yeah.
get a Haynes manual, dude.
I don't even know if they
Get you a
make it.
Haynes manual.
Haynes should have those things digital now.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
But
as long as it hasn't been tampered with AI.
Yes, right. But no, I agree. So I put the model of my tractor in AI, and I said, okay, I want an oil filter for this. So I got some fucking yabbering out of it.
Ching.
Yeah, and I'm like you read it, and it's like, this doesn't, like, something just tells me it's not right. So I went to the tractor, took a picture of the. So this is, you can do this now because of course AI is in everything. So I went to the Amazon. Well, I first went to 2 or 3 part shops, and I took the picture with that because Amazon's normally my last resort. I try, and if I can go buy it at a parts store, I try and do that because I want to support the brick and mortars as much as possible. So I went to the green one parts store. I'm not going to name names, but I went to the green one, took a picture because on the website you could put a picture, or you could put the part number or whatever. So I put that in and like, no go. So I went to the red one and same thing, no go. And I'm like, man, it should just be like a filter, just an oil filter, because I just want to change the oil. And I'm like, nope, all right. So I went on to Amazon, and you can actually take a picture of the part, or of whatever you want, barcode, whatever, and it'll find a similar product for you. So I did that and then found it on Amazon. And I'm like, all right, just send the damn thing to me. And it's original. It's from the manufacturer, like from them.
I will admit, Amazon wins on some of those things. When you can find the correct items from the correct person. I know there's a lot of fraudulent stuff. I'm very leery when it comes to meds and different things.
Yeah, and also just check the name. If it's like, Happy Days 237, selling you like a relay. It's like, I don't know if Happy Days is the...
I'm going to admit, we do sell on Amazon. So we've learned a lot from Amazon.
Yes.
So you have to register your barcodes, which are purchased essentially like everything else, just like the websites. And only one person can be registered for said barcodes. But a lot of people like to sell other things that is not their product. And that's where the different names come in.
Yes.
You watch for that. They could be altering whatever you're receiving. So you really have to be mindful. Is it the real store or not?
Yes. And that's the thing. So what they'll do is they'll sell the same product.
Yes.
But they'll re-barcode it and rename it. So what you'll get is like, Firefly text bar, or what like Hershey bar. Let's call it a Hershey bar. So you'll get Hershey bar, and then you'll get Hershey bar Firefly, or Firefly Hershey bar, and it's the same thing that someone else is reselling, because the people who have the permission to sell are selling, and then somebody else also wants to make money. So they're like, all right, I'll do the Firefly Hershey bar. And
we've learned a lot. It's been interesting. Did you know that Red Pill Fight Club has a 24/7 music streaming? I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, McKangly ass is what he calls it.
Okay.
I like it. Good morning, Sith. How are you?
Good morning, Sith.
WordPress and Eliminator has a built-in AI. Sorry.
Yes.
It has been a little helpful, but I don't learn if I let it do everything, and it doesn't always understand what I want.
Yes.
That's always the problem.
So here's, I'll give you guys a little tip. Okay. Jack Spierko, he's got a course
AI
now,
course.
a AI course. It's a 3-week course. We did half of it. We just got too busy. So I'm crying because I didn't finish it. I'm going to try and finish it. I've still got all the course material, so we got to work through it. But I'm probably going to have to start from scratch. It's $300 or $400. What he says is, think of it as talking to a room with like 10 autistic experts. Like
Yes.
they geniuses. They absolutely fucking most intelligent people you can
But you
find,
guys spill it all
but
out.
they're autistic. So you
Yeah.
have to exactly tell it,
Yes.
like exactly what you want and what you need. And there can be no doubt, and you don't have to be polite.
Yes.
All
No.
right.
No, it's funny when you're not polite with AI, actually.
Yes.
J Ham Stoneface, yay, something other than usual morning Rumble Puppet Wasteland.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
yes.
yeah, there are 4 days a week where there's no Rumble Puppet Wasteland here, at least.
Yes.
By the way, it is time to get rid of YouTube.
Yes. YouTube can go away now.
Bye. Like, share, follow,
Like,
comment.
share, follow, comment
subscribe on YouTube, I suppose.
if you
or,
want. Yes.
come over to Rumble with
Hey,
the kids.
and I have to apologize again. We have to look into locals because we have the locals
We do have
thing,
locals.
and we got to connect it. Yes.
There is this incredible guy, Neuro, who's been telling us
Yes.
4 months